Hey guys, what's happening and welcome back to our channel. A little mistake can be very deleterious. Why it's not shocking that ship accidents still occur is because of the biggest ship collisions and errors caught on tape. Even though the ocean is vast and navigation technology is modern, the conditions for ocean accidents always exist. Normally, people make minor mistakes, but if you're the captain of a ship, minor errors can easily turn into major disasters. Today, we found 15 big ship collisions and mistakes caught on camera. Number 15, a Russian container ship collides with a bridge. On February 28, 2019, a drunken captain let the Russian cargo ship sink ground into the Guangdong Bridge in Busan, South Korea. In the video, the ship collided hard with the bridge, causing cars to come to a halt. Both the ship and the bridge were severely damaged. Number 14, Japanese Coast Guards deter Chinese activists. On August 15, 2012, a Hong Kong fishing boat carrying 14 Chinese activists landed in a territorial dispute and was pursued by two Japanese Coast Guard patrol vessels. The two boats eventually captured the fishing boat as they closed in on each other and the ship was wrecked.
海線の位置、魚釣島から274度。
Number 13, MSC Opera loses control. In 2019, the MSC Opera lost control of its sails, crashing into a dock and a smaller boat named the River Countess in Venice, Italy. Footage shows people fleeing the small boat as the MSC Opera's horns thundered as the ship reached the dock and then scraped along the side, chomping the small boat as though it were made out of plastic or papyrus. Number 12, a bulk carrier collides with a mansion. In 2018, passengers on a smaller boat had their cameras rolling as they watched a 740-foot tanker making its way into the 18th century million-dollar waterfront mansion. The Vita Spirit was supposed to drop anchor to stop, but it didn't and crashed into the historic mansion, blowing off part of its roof and corners. Number 11, TOLUNAY'S collision with SG-25T. The Tolunay bulk carrier collided with a Turkish Coast Guard boat that was immediately in front of it in 2017. As the ship sails, the bow of the cargo strikes the smaller boat and flips it around, capsizing the SG-25 Coast Guard boat. The Tolunay didn't come to a halt and continued sailing as if nothing had happened. Number 10, Stellar Banner declared unseaworthy. The giant tanker Stellar Banner ran aground and formed a strong starboard tilt into the water on February 24, 2020. The crew was rescued and the vessel was refloated so that rescue teams could extract 3,500 tons of fuel oil and its 275,000 tons of iron ore cargo, but it was determined that the ship could not be repaired and it was intentionally scuttled. Number 9, ULYSSE and CSL Virginia collision. The CSL Virginia container ship was struck by the ferry ULYSSE on October 7, 2019, which punched a huge hole in the tanker's side and leaked thick crude oil that washed up on beaches near Corsica. The accident occurred because the watch officer on board the ULYSSE was talking on his phone at the time of the accident. It took 5 days to separate the two ships and caused a lot of damage. Number 8, YOGI, a super yacht has sunk. The $39 million mega yacht YOGI can be seen on its side in choppy seas and poor weather as the crew is evacuated and footage taken from a helicopter. The reason the $1 million boat sunk was due to one of the engines overheating and a failure at the stern door that let water in. The second engine failed and the boat finally sank in 5 hours. The entire crew was rescued nevertheless. Number 6. Carnival legend struck by carnival glory. Passengers on 2 cruise ships were shaken in December 2019 when the 2 ships collided at the port of Cozumel, Mexico. Carnival Glory was attempting to dock when the bow of the smaller Carnival Legend ripped a hole through the ship's back end, removing a large chunk of the ship. No one was seriously injured and all the passengers were evacuated. Number 5. Cruise ship crashes at Barcelona port. Stormy conditions and rough weather were to blame for the crash, and there was nothing excellent about this. Within that, the ship was purposely run aground so that it could be dismantled in this footing. The back end of the Judo Lotta collides with the lifeboats on the side of the moving ship. No one was injured, but there was major harm, and somebody had to justify why. Number 4. HANSA Constitution runs aground. The 610-foot container ship HANSA Constitution veered off course and headed for the football field at the University of Hong Kong in April 2014. If you look closely, you can see rust clouds falling off the anchor chains as the giant ship comes to a stop just before the field. The accident was blamed on a lack of control and high winds. Number 3. MOL Comfort. The MOL Comfort cargo ship was loaded with 4,382 full-size containers and 7,041 smaller containers on its way from Singapore to Saudi Arabia in July 2013, but the ship couldn't bear the weight and the holes in the center began to break. The crew was rescued safely, but the ship later broke into 2 parts. Number 2. MV RENA ran aground and sank. A cargo ship carrying crude oil containers ran aground on the Astrolabe Reef in October 2011, resulting in New Zealand's worst maritime environmental disaster. Footage shows the ship tilting heavily one side into the water before sinking completely. The ship's captain and second officer were found guilty and sentenced to 7 months in prison for operating a vessel and causing unnecessarily dangerous conditions. Number 1. The spirits of ALANIS and Florence clash. The 12,700 tons heavy lift vessel ALANIS and the 14,000-ton bulker Florence Spirit are seen in footage heading straight towards each other with no horns or collision warning soundings as the 2 ships collide with an amazing crunching sound. Fortunately though, no one was injured and the 2 ships came to a stop after the collision. Do yourself a favor and watch the 2 videos that are already on your screen right now, as they're just as good as this one. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.